Hello YouTube, hello. Just here for a build update video for day 5 now. Well, technically it's just the start of day 6. It became day 6 like 2 hours ago. Just going over my build for this league. So as you can see on my special effects, I have swapped to Chain Lightning. And on top of swapping to Chain Lightning, I've also swapped to Megasis. So let me talk a bit about my decision to do all of this. But before that, our damage is at about 110 billion. No, about 110 billion. Maybe a bit more, but like, who cares? I guess it's actually a bit more. So, let me talk about the build quickly. So, for starters, I have a Source Beacon pedigree, which they don't exist anymore. Oopsie. And because of that, I can go Goddess of Hunting, which is just very slightly a better tree than Goddess of Knowledge, but it's very minor. And the main thing, or like the main reason I went for this pedigree, is for Source to do a Mega Swap. So what did I go with Megasis? We need to fix our defenses some on this build, and I think a core way that I want to do that is by going Megasis. At the moment, I just have like, DPS Megasis set up, but eventually I do want to set this up to actually have like defensive Megasis, using Frost Megas, using Erosion Megas, using Rock Megas, as well as like having protection fields to reduce the damage I'm taking, just doing things like that to just have some damage avoidance, as well as stacking a lot of energy shield. And then on top of that, I also plan on using a shield instead of a second wand eventually. And just in various ways like that, I plan on like fixing the defense of this character. But until then, for the time being, we're at 68k survival, which it's okay. I still sometimes get one shot in Profound, but mostly I'm like, not surviving things that look like that would one tap me. And then why did I go Chain Lightning? So this is very important to know. Thunderbolt Overload is a better skill than Chain Lightning. It does more damage. It is easier to scale up in higher damage. It's better in low budget. It's better in mid budget. It's better in high budget. Thunderbolt Overload is a better skill. It has more damage. It has Gale scaling, which is very strong. It has Parabolic Split scaling, which is very strong. It is an amazing skill. But in the high end, it makes my PC lag. It makes my stream lag. It makes everything lag. It fucking is just a super laggy skill. And I just kind of prefer Chain Lightning. I like Chain Lightning. I think Chain Lightning looks really pretty. I love my MTX for it. I think the skill is very satisfying to use. It feels very good to use. And it doesn't make me lag. So I'm a big Chain Lightning enjoyer. But other than that decision, some other upgrades I've done to the character. I have upgraded all of my memories to red memories and rolled them for like, spell crit and crit rating and stuff like that. Here I hit T0 Origin Effect, which I'm not rolling over that. That's such a rare mod to hit, even if it's like not maybe the best for my build. It's good enough. For pack spreads, I have Dex Kismet in now, and I have Rock Core. I still need to get like another Magus on here, but that's gonna take a bit because everything from Arcana this season is like beyond expensive. Apparently Arcana is just not dropping loot anymore, which is really bad. And probably eventually we're gonna swap this out to Drapin Lady. Just now, for the time being, I kind of need the damage. I don't need it anymore, to be honest, but I did when I did the swapper first. Because when I was on Thunderbolt Overload, I had 100 billion damage. When I swapped to Megasis plus Chain Lightning, I only had 15 billion. And then throughout the day, we've climbed from 15 billion up to now the 120 billion or so that we're at. Which is a lot better, I will admit. Another nice thing that we have in the build now is I do actually have 100% crit rating now, as well as 430 crit damage. 430 is not the best number. I would like it to be even higher, but for the time being, it's really good. I think my slates are like very solid at the moment. I'm very happy with them. I think my pedigree is extremely solid. I'm super happy with it. I do want to improve my candles because they're all just 1 mod candles, and it's like not too bad to get 2 mod ones. I want to fix, eventually work on my kismets and improve my kismets. And the big thing is I need to start getting priceless gear. So for the time being, I already have priceless gloves that are almost for T1. I have a priceless wand, which is just missing the ultimate mods T1. And I even managed to hit the spell amp sequence on it on my second attempt, which was very, very lucky. And this is a very powerful sequence to hit, so I'm very, very happy with it. And next up is going to be, I want to get myself a priceless shield and craft that up. And then a priceless ring, priceless neck, and another priceless ring, as well as getting electrocute on the neck and getting timid on the ring. With all that being said though, I do think I'm very quickly going to be spiking up in damage. Like, right now, I have 110 billion, like I climbed from 15 billion to 110 billion. I think within like a day, this is going to skyrocket up to 1 trillion. Like very, very quickly and easily. Depending on how defensive I want to be. If I go for more defensive options and like work on tankiness, it might take a bit longer. But if I just go for maximum damage and like try to do some juiced profound farming, you know, focus on damage to do juiced profound farming, we're going to be reaching 1 trillion like very, very soon. And then at some point, I do plan on dropping this Dawnbreak and using either Eternity or using like the Light Hunter belt. You know, this Light Hunter belt is very, very good defensively. And the reason I would use this over like a rare belt is just because if I want to use Eternity eventually, so I might as well use another belt for bossing that doesn't give me any, you know, any res or anything like that. But yeah, I'm very happy with the build. Let me do a map for you guys, just to show it off a bit. I will say one thing. This is not the setup that I map with. I just went with this setup to show it off in the video. Because I actually do a speed setup. So I take the left 0 traits, because to get a lot of movement speed. I use blurry stamps. And then another thing that I do sometimes do too, depending on my damage, is I fit in Preserve of Eternity, which I'm in the process of trying to level her up to eventually get her to 6, because she's very, very powerful. I need 1 more level for another 10% movement speed, which is going to be nice. But until then, we're just using her as we can. Also for mapping, I've been doing a very interesting strat now, where I'm doing beacon farming, oasis farming, and dream farming. Where the whole idea of the strat is we try to self-sustain our maps, so we never have to buy maps. And then we... make all from money from just raw FA drops using the new link mechanic. From Dream and like Dream Talkings and stuff, which are very, very profitable. As well as we have Oasis, which is just this passive income that we're getting constantly. I'm quite a big fan of it. I think this is a very fun strat for me. It's very chill. I like being able to just keep mapping, have no investment cost, and just like any money I make is just pure money that can go into the build. When I do have more damage, I will be trying out some juiced profound strategies. But today has mostly just been a day trying to like fix the build. You know, we just did the swap and I need to improve the build. I almost tripled my survival doing the swap. And even if my survival being tripled, it's not tanky enough. I do have a bunch of plans though in mind to make it even tankier. Like I want to go shield instead of a second one, because I think there's going to be a lot of energy shield weekend. And also, shield has some very good defensive sequences that can like really help with the damage. I mean, sorry, with the damage taken. So I'm pretty excited for it. But anyway, I guess I'll just finish off this map. And that's gonna be the end of the video as well. The build's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very happy with the current state of it. It's very speedy. It feels very good on mapping. And I'm farming profound very, very easily. And I'm excited to try all sorts of juice strats of them. I am still self-casting my Thunderbolt. If you want to automate like Chain Lightning, sorry, I'm still self-casting my Chain Lightning. I can automate it using a burst activation. I have not yet done that, just because it's quite expensive and it's not really a damage gain, it's just like a convenience gain. But anyway, bye YouTube. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all those things. And I hope you all have a lovely night. Bye bye. Bye bye.